This is the first evening. They've said they've been seeing a couple different flocks out here, no big toms yet. So we got a couple hours till dark, so we're gonna see what happens. Welcome to Mexico. Right here, Tom, right here. Who doesn't love to hunt turkeys? I mean, it's the big game of birds. I mean, your heart just thumps out of your chest when they're coming in. Big, beautiful tom. Wow, how cool is that? A big bull elk, a leopard coming to a bait, or a turkey, doesn't matter. Your heart is coming through your chest. Tell you what, when you see your first bird, that's pretty incredible, stunning, just glistening in that sun. This big turkey, big tom. I think he's excited. The rainforests of the Yucatan Peninsula conceal over 7,000 species of wildlife amongst these ancient Mayan ruins. The stunning history and biodiversity of this land provide the perfect backdrop for our epic adventure. And when you come into this forest, I mean, it's vast, millions and millions of acres of unchanged forest, and just the sounds, the awakening of the forest, and then to hear that ping pong ball dropping on a ping pong table, and you know your tom is gobbling. I mean, that just gets you going. The trip hammer jig starts happening right about then.
You know, we used to hunt in the jungle only, but I feel that a lot of turkeys have migrated from the jungle to the edges of the jungle, and they feed on the milo field. So now we see flocks of them. Sometimes they blend in with another covey, so we see 40, 50, which makes it very nice.
Big, muy grande. Tell you what, for not knowing if we're gonna get out today, it's pretty cool to get out here for a couple hours and see a bunch of birds, a couple hens over here, a couple nice toms down here. Muy grande. The first time I saw an ocellated turkey, it looked like a Photoshop creation. I'm looking at this bird going, is it a peacock? Is it a turkey? What is this thing? It was just so stunning. I was just drawn to the absolute magnificence of these birds. There's nothing like them anywhere in the world. I took the Royal Slam of turkey hunting years ago. That's all 4 U.S. subspecies for the Grand Slam. And add in Mexico's Gould turkey, which makes it the Royal Slam. But for the World Slam, you need an ocellated turkey, a prize that can only be earned here in the Yucatan. Twenty, 25 years ago, came down here. About the same time of day, came into camp. Super excited, they'd been seeing lots of birds. Went to sleep that night, woke up to the sounds of screams, fire, fire, get out of here! And that was the end of it. A quarter century later, I'm back. It just took me a while. So the chance to come back, fulfill the mission finally, was something I just had to do. We got a big tom coming, working around the edge of the field there. We still got probably 45 minutes to an hour of daylight, so hopefully it gives them enough time to work around here. Because they have an electronic caller. Look at him come. Incredible, look how fast he's coming. This guy's definitely tweaked. Which sounds a little bit like a gobble, but not so much, but it's clearly the male call, so it's a challenge call, and these birds are aggressive. Yeah, just like that. The mere fact that they come readily to a male call like that tells you they're all about kicking ass out here in the forest. He's coming. I'm thinking to myself, it's gonna close the deal, it's gonna be right here, last light of the day. He's off to the left. He's gotta come about 10 more feet, that's it, 10 more feet, and I can pop him. Then, of course, he decides to take a right turn instead of a left turn, and next thing you know, it's a Hail Mary, and this bird flew off unscathed, and why he didn't continue towards the call at the very end after all that distance. It's one of those things where when you travel this far, when you've waited as long as I've waited to hunt these birds, and you finally get almost a whack at one and it doesn't happen, you're just like, long way to come. Long way to come not to get a turkey. Oh.
The Yucatan Peninsula is rich in history, wildlife, and its people. The guides who make up the team at Baja Hunting are from Mayan descent, providing the camp with local knowledge and expertise on the diverse species that call this land home.
So Arturo puts trail cams all throughout the forest, and it's really a window into the life, the quiet periods of the forest when nobody's around, there's no human disruption or activity.
We can see crested one, we can see great curassow, puma, jaguar. There's just outstanding variety of fauna here.
But it's this amazing window into life of the forest, and you just go, they're all around us. They're right here. We're in their backyard, and it's pretty cool.
Yesterday, turkey gobbled there. Today, I don't know, they say, armar la casa.
So this is his home somewhere here, yeah? Okay, so we set up the blind right here.
Yeah.
Before we even got the blind built in the dark, we could hear a bird calling in the distance. And we started calling in the dark when that bird was still in the tree. Basically just saying, we're over here, so think about us when you hit the ground. That bird might be on the ground right now. And again, because you're using a male challenge call, they don't know if they're gonna get their ass kicked or not. They're coming in going, I need to size up this guy before I just go plowing in here. He's right there, I see him. He's in the bush. He came in and in brush. I thought I could see enough of his head and enough of his body, and it just was too much brush. And this bird flew off unscathed, and so that was tough. Like at this point, let's just go. Let's just find another environment. These guys were, very patient and like, yeah, we've seen this before, gringo. Not our first rodeo.
Early in the hunt, I noticed the toms answering the electronic call and approaching to investigate, but they wouldn't quite make it within shotgun range. I figured an old-fashioned decoy would do the trick to help lock down the turkeys, so we decided to fashion a makeshift ocellated turkey decoy. It wasn't much, but it was enough.
Just as we're about to set up, we hear a bird. I mean, it was like in the vastness of this forest, how could there possibly be a calling tom within 60, 70 yards of where we stopped? I mean, you want to talk about knowing the environment? These guys know the environment, and they know the birds. There he is. Big and black and beautiful and just one of those, could this be happening? And he kept calling and calling and calling and calling. And so to see the bird stretch up tall and make its gobble sound. Finally, the light came out. Okay, here we go. He stepped into this opening. I mean, it was like rays of God light coming right onto that turkey saying, if you can't get this one, you don't deserve one. I shot him, and that was the end of that story. Benito! Boy, Ben. Whew, what a chess match. Come here. Bravo, man. It was one of those relief, elation. Bravo, buddy, bravo. 25 years in the making, the end of the slam, and yeah, what else is there to say? And that's the end of the Super Slam right there. Mexico's been awfully good to me.
Bravo, bravo.
My World Slam of turkey hunting was now complete. But of course, it's not about checking off boxes on a to-do list. Rather, it's about living in the moment. And as I held a stunningly beautiful bird, I was transfixed by its kaleidoscope colors while surrounded by the great people and rich culture. That was the true prize of this hunt.